where we're poor at inspiring the next generation, but mostly we're poor at making art. I'm Isaac.
And my name is Benj.
So here's the deal. We are back in our road trip getup because we're taking a short trip this time to the city of Gilbert, Arizona, which is right next to where we live in Mesa, Arizona. And tell the people why we're headed to Gilbert.
Yep, we're headed there to inspire the next generation.
It's true.
We found a listing on Facebook of a small child that made some art. And we're going to go purchase it.
Yes, indeed. We've got our money in pocket and we're headed out to Gilbert to purchase this art from an inspiring artist whose father was so taken by her, or his work, that he posted it on Facebook Marketplace. And, you know, we're poor. We don't actually have money to be, you know, spending on art collections. But at the same time, this child is a genius.
Yes, and there's no better investment than art.
No, there really isn't.
The future of children.
Yeah, see?
And the
So,
future artists.
Basically, it's a win-win.
I mean, we buy this art, and then in 20 years, this, you know, child becomes the next big artist.
It's true. Then we now have the first art. We talk a lot on this channel about one day having the Two Poor Artists Hotel with our art in every room, you know, which is a huge step up from most hotel art. But the thing is, you need money for that kind of thing, and we haven't actually found a wealthy investor yet to get on board with this.
Yeah, we're still hoping that someone comes up to us and just hands us a hotel.
Yes, that is the goal, right? Like, here's not the key to the city, but here's the key to your hotel. And, you know, it's one of those like key cards
with like the renovation money to you know change the name and design of the hotel
and the two buffets and all that. But here's the deal: if nobody hands us a hotel, which hasn't happened yet, let's just say that, then really what we have to do is we have to fund it ourselves. And we're playing the long game by purchasing art that will appreciate over time, and we can one day trade this for a hotel, you know? Like if you had like a Picasso or a Monet or like a Bob Ross original, you know, you could probably turn it in for a hotel.
Like imagine
trade
this. You had a picture that Bob Ross drew when he was 1.
His very first happy little tree. And you sell that. You know, now. Like that would be quite valuable, I would think. I think you're right. But that's basically what we're trying to do today. We're trying to make our dreams come true. We're trying to make this child's dreams come true. And we're trying to inspire the next generation. You will note that this piece of art we're going to go purchase, you might look at it and be like, Two Poor Artists, why are you purchasing this? It's not in black ink and ballpoint pen. It's true. But that's where the inspiring comes in, right? You know, this child one day will grow up.
Still young and impressionable.
Yes, indeed. They'll be watching us on YouTube for years to come. And they'll realize, you know, what true art means. Ballpoint pen, black ink.
They're just practicing the hand motions at this point. It's not like what we're buying. Some could call it art. It is a first art.
Yes.
But it's like first art in the sense that it's not true art yet.
Not yet, no. People look at our art and say it's not true art, but they're just wrong. Because we've established that ballpoint pen, black ink, no erasing, that's what makes art.
Paper.
But that's what we're going to go do. So stick with us. Time to make inspirational dreams come true. Is that right?
Yeah.
Inspirational.
I also think,
dreams.
You know, once we have a hotel empire.
Yes.
Like we can't do all the art in every hotel in the world, right? Like that. So we need to inspire people. And once it's the standard to have poor art in your hotel, we're gonna need more poor artists.
It's true, because you know we can draw for one hotel, but when we have an entire global network of hotels that need poor art, we're gonna be, you know, old. Our hands will be arthritic and pen stricken. That's what happens when you draw too much with a pen.
So that's where inspiring the young toddlers of today.
And we're not going to be around forever, you know? Like, poor art must make it. Poor art is more important than the Two Poor Artists.
So any of our young viewers, just know it's never too late or too early to practice.
No.
It's not. It's not. And that's really what today is about. Plus, here's the thing. Most of us, if you've ever met your hero, they say not to meet your heroes. I'm all for meeting your heroes when they're us.
Yeah.
This child, 1 year old, are they old enough to have heroes yet? Like, their parents are probably their heroes, right? But the thing is, they will grow up and they'll always look back fondly on the day that the two poor artists came to their home and purchased their art.
Yes.
Like, that's the impression we want to leave. And then, maybe we'll leave them a ballpoint pen.
Yes.
We'll sign their, like people like sign babies.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing, right? Like,
yeah, but not with pen.
Well, yeah, but like, you don't want to use Sharpie. That's stains.
It's better than pen.
We probably won't sign any babies.
No.
But we will leave our signature on their heart.
But not literally.
Not literally. No, that would be bad.
Yes.
I will say that poor art is enough to lure us out from the studio and get us into the wild. Like, if you ever want to meet the two poor artists, I guess this is a good way to do it. Just post poor art online and just tell us, come to our house. Like,
yeah.
There's not a lot of poor art out there.
Like, if you're wanting to lay a trap for the two poor artists,
I don't know if I'd quite advertise that.
Put some poor art in a box with a stick, and a string,
like in a loop of rope in the middle of the forest, right?
You got to do that thing where it's like it's in a box and there's a stick holding out the box, and then you have a string on the rope.
I mean, you have that. You have like a bottle of ink under there. Like, I'm climbing in.
We climb in, and then you pull.
I don't climb into anything.
The stick away.
I don't climb into anything except for poor art.
Yeah.
You
climb into the poor art.
But I'll also say this: this 1-year-old genius poor artist also has a father who is a genius writer. I mean, just take a look at this description that he wrote about the art. Are you ready to own a piece of art history? Look no further. Presenting an exclusive original drawing by none other than my 1-year-old baby son. This unique masterpiece is a true testament to the boundless creativity and imagination of a toddler. With bold strokes and brilliant colors. Color. This artwork is sure to be the centerpiece of any room. Made with genuine Crayola crayon on scratch paper. Act now and we will throw in a second drawing free. See second picture listed. Not yet complete. Final product will be finished soon. Why should you buy this masterpiece? One of a kind. No other baby in the world could replicate this. Original. Straight from the mind of a 1-year-old genius. Exclusive. Be the only person to own this extraordinary piece. Perfect for art collectors looking to diversify their portfolio, parents who want to inspire their own little Picassos, anyone with a sense of humor and love for unique art. Don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own a piece of toddler art history. Act fast before this masterpiece is gone forever. Price negotiable, but remember, you can't put a price on genius. Contact me today to make this adorable artwork yours. You see what I mean? Like, that is pure poetry. Pure poetry. It's the kind of just amazing literature that lures us out of the studio. And on a Sunday, we should be in the studio recording right now. Like, that's what you're expecting to see from us.
Yeah, like,
and
you're surprised.
You'll see some art from us, don't worry.
You're surprised just now when you turned on the video.
Hey, you're like, I thought the road trip was over.
Yeah, and you're like, I thought this was a Sunday video, not a Saturday video.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it takes apparently very little to inspire us to road trip. But, this one being within the relative area, we didn't have to go all the way to Topak. But just this kind of literature, this kind of art, is the kind of stuff that the two poor artists are all about. So thank you for putting this out here for us to come and purchase.
Who are you thanking?
I'm thanking the poor artist's father.
But you weren't
/manager.
You weren't like you were just talking about him, not to him.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's watching this, he knows. Thank you, sir.
It's just weird that you were like talking.
I was talking about his writing.
To somebody about him, and then you're just thanking him.
Well, I mean,
as if he was like always in the circle.
Well, he's
like
he's part of this trip.
You got your group of friends, right? And one of them's there, and you're talking about him.
His child is too.
Thank him.
His child is too young to, post this online for us to see. There's no gallery yet. This is the public space, the Facebook marketplace.
No, I understand.
The most public of galleries.
I understand thanking him. I'm just saying, you were talking about him to our audience.
Thank you, sir. We're here to get our art. We got it. Not only one, but two pieces of original art.
Bonus art, right?
Yeah, bonus art is even better than regular art. Not only that, we got the official certificate of authenticity right here to prove that it is official pour art. So in 10, 20, 30 years, when this artist becomes world famous, we'll be opening our hotel on the profits.
Because we can prove it's real.
Yes, indeed. Now back to the studio. So we're just pulling away from the artist's home. We unfortunately weren't able to meet the artist today because he's down for a nap. But,
nap times are important.
They are important times.
All you young viewers.
Yes, indeed.
Listening. Take your naps.
Eat your vegetables.
Also our old viewers.
Yes. Old viewers are probably, they don't need to be persuaded as much. There are old viewers right now who are waking up from a nap to this video being posted. Or just lying down for a nap, and this is how they nap. They nap to us.
Our voices.
I will say though, this is
lulling you to sleep.
It's true. That's what our voices do. They lull.
I was just noticing though, this paper is real high quality.
It is
paper.
high quality scratch paper. When you touch it, it's
this is the kind of paper you would.
This is the kind of scratch paper we one day hope to be able to afford as poor artists.
Yeah.
We're poor in skill. We're poor in funds. I will say though, we did pay for this art. It was not. It was not free. No. We negotiated with the artist's father / manager. We came to, he had a price. He countered his own price. We countered his price, and we settled on a fair amount, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I don't know. Fair. We were talking about inspiring the next generation. I don't know if $5 really inspires the next generation.
I think $5 is a lot to a 1-year-old.
Maybe.
It's 5 times their age.
You put that in a Roth IRA. By the time he's going off to college,
that's true.
That would be
he'll have
$20.
Yeah, he'll have enough for with inflation. He'll have enough for half a meal.
Yeah,
I think. But we were assured by the artist's father / manager that this is going into a college fund. So one day we will be paying for this child's art schooling in part. When he's at the Two Pro Artist University taking our art course, we'll be partially responsible for.
I mean, it'll
just come full circle.
We'll probably just give him a full ride scholarship.
I think if we have the Two Pro Artist art school by this point, if you can verify that this was your art, it'll be hanging in the fan gallery.
We have the certificate of authenticity right here,
right? So it's more official. It's got his signature on it and everything.
Yeah, we know who he is.
Yep. It's very true. One day, full ride scholarship for you if we have the Two Pro Artists art school.
Yeah. Or I mean, if in any way we can give a full ride scholarship, if we have the authority.
If you show us that we inspired you to become an artist, then
and we have the authority
and the funds. There's a lot. We're adding a lot of stipulations to this.
So just making sure it's not going to happen.
But there's hope. Right? There's hope. Maybe one day they'll grow up and be a hotel tycoon.
Oh yes.
We're okay with young tycoon.
It's probably much more likely that we could give them a free room for a night.
Yeah. a free coupon for a meal at the Two Pro Artist Hotel buffet.
Yeah.
It's going to be quite wonderful. We have one more stop though before we head back to the studio. Well, we were going to go to Hobby Lobby to get some frames for this masterpiece, but we forgot that Hobby Lobby is closed on Sundays.
This is almost as bad as when Bevo didn't have our water.
Well, time for plan B. I'm not particularly happy about it, but we're at Walmart.
The best store to ever exist.
It's not Hobby Lobby.
Well, it's better.
Where do you think they keep their frames?
Probably in the frame section.
Ah, we found them. Frames. Frames everywhere.
Yep. We just need the 8.5 by 11.
Poor art frames. Ah, the best aisle. Look at all the pens. All the black ink. So much. So many pens. So little time. Hey Benj, what do you think of these?
Not very demure, not very mindful. What about these?
Very demure, very mindful.
Look at this fabric. What do you think of it?
Very demure. How about mine?
Very mindful. What do you think of this pumpkin?
Not very demure. What do you think of this pumpkin?
Not very mindful. What about this one?
Very demure.
Ooh, very mindful.
What do you think of my colors?
Not very demure. What do you think of mine?
Not very mindful.
How about these ones?
Very demure. And these?
Very mindful.
We're the worst. We're the worst.
Humans.
Worst humans.
Yeah, that's us.
Uh-huh. But at least
Not only are we doing a trend.
we're trending, right?
In
Walmart. Yeah,
people have commented on it.
They have, yeah. Like, I think the lady said she was creeped out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the word?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And she's right.
Yeah.
She's right. Don't be like this.
No.
Don't do this.
No, we're not role models.
It's not worth it. I was just telling Benj in Walmart that I was kind of surprised that the undercover Walmart security person wasn't following us.
Right.
And then we realized that they were.
Yeah, the one that we referenced that said that we were creepy.
Yeah.
We found out later. We saw her going into the back room, unlocking
we saw her on
the security.
three different aisles, and then unlocking the door to go into the back.
Mm-hmm. So we were being followed by
true.
the undercover security. They're just really good at their job.
They're really good, and I don't blame them. I mean, you see two poor artists walking around your Walmart, you're going to follow them.
Doing the very demure, very mindful.
Yeah, we're being the worst. We deserve to be followed by security.
Like, the fact that they didn't arrest us is almost disappointing.
It is a little surprising and disappointing. We're not in like the Walmart security jail.
Come here. Like you didn't do anything legally wrong.
No, but you guys are just disgraceful.
Yeah.
Like, you know. Speaking of disgraceful, it's time for poor art.
Yes.
Because you tuned in on a Sunday for poor art.
Yes.
You don't settle for anything less.
We can't give you not poor art.
So as we drive ourselves back to the studio, we bring you the two poor artists present poor art.
Yes. So today we're going to draw Next Generation.
Yes.
Because that's who we are inspiring today.
That is who we're inspiring, the next generation. Even though this person never met us, their father will tell them about us, and we will grow up being their hero. Like, they will grow up with us as their hero. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
Their father will tell them the tale of the time the True For Artist came to the doorstep and he sold them their art. You know? I can't wait for them to grow up and just watch us. And then we'll hire them, and then tuition, and then art school. I feel like there needs to be a disclaimer. Oh, yep, there it is. The legal team, always on top of things. So
I like how you comment on the disclaimer as if it was already showing up.
I can already see it, you know? I know the legal team and their ways. As do you.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
See, we're out by the train tracks right now. This is like what hobos do, and poor artists. You know, like hobos and poor artists ride the rails together.
Drawing while we're on a bumpy road.
Who paves in cobblestone anymore? You know, like why is Walmart in this business?
Like look at the lumpiness of this guy.
I mean, it's just nice, honestly, that we're out on the road on a bumpy, moving car, so that we can be like, oh, just sorry about the poor art. There's really nothing we can do, you know?
Yeah, it's the bumpy road, not the lack of skill.
It's not us. It's not what you know. It is us.
Yeah, it's us.
And the next generation.
Yeah, next generation.
It's nice to see the next generation is still going to wear turtleneck sweaters.
Well,
or is that the current generation?
This isn't the next generation.
That's
yet.
someone's dad. You know? Like it's a Sunday afternoon and he's in his sweater, you know? The one that mom knitted for him 28 years ago. He hasn't fit into it in 26 years, but he still wears it. You see a little belly poking out, although there's no belly. Okay, just disregard that part. The next generation.
Yes, next generation.
For the record, we're not going to be out on the road every Sunday. Like we're going to be back in the studio. In fact, next week, the plan, if everything goes accordingly, is to have one of our dear friends and fan of the channel drawing with us in the studio. So you can look forward to next week. She's an actual artist who does, well, I mean, when I say actual, like by the world standards, she's an actual artist, you know?
Yeah, I don't think she's technically professional yet like we are.
She still uses color. Like her and our 1-year-old fan, basically on the same level because they're still using color. But you know, after a week in the studio with us, and by a week I mean like an hour in the studio with us, I think we can convert her.
Yeah, I mean that's certainly the goal.
You remember the first time somebody put a ballpoint pen in your hand, Ben? And you just felt right?
Yes.
You know?
It was.
We burned all of our paintbrushes, threw away the markers after we took the caps off and let them dry out.
I remember this event
this very actual event in both of our lives.
Yes, that we both had.
You know, our conversion to poor art. Is this where we turn? This can't be right.
Yeah.
This is in place. We don't know where we are now. Started in Gilbert, went to Hobby Lobby, had to find a Walmart. We're in like the wilds of Queen Creek.
Yeah, which we shouldn't have ever gone to Queen Creek.
No. I'll say very honestly, we took the wrong way to the 1-year-old artist's house, and we took the wrong way back to the studio, and we took the wrong way to Walmart, and so far I think we're actually on the right way back, but things can change quick. Because this is a road, and then that road all the way down there is the same road. How is that possible? I think this is what they call a forked road, or if you're pretentious, a forked road.
A forked
It's like
road.
a blessed road, you know? Blessed are the poor in spirit.
And like
forked
that's what like
is the road that leads to destruction.
Forked.
Yeah, it's like a snake's tongue.
So I'm just doing a real quick drawing because we've already done a bunch of this video.
Can't already be done though.
I'm close to being done. I'm gonna show what I have. Is it showing on there?
I can't tell. You're holding it in front. Plus, I'm driving.
Well, I can't tell. The glare is so hard. Yeah, I think I'm showing it.
Can the people at home see the drawing? That's
as you can tell right now. It's the guy. He's basically like a Steve Jobs stand-in, and he's announcing the next generation of poor artists.
Oh,
which
yeah,
is
like a
robot.
Yeah, like Poor Art Con. That's going to be a thing.
And it's like a robot poor artist.
We will be happy to host Poor Art Con one day at the Two Poor Artists Convention Center and Hotel.
Yeah, and we'll just like have people come on and just like show the next step in poor art.
The next generation of poor
whether
art.
It's a robot that can draw poor art or a new style. We invent new styles all the time. It's always, black ink, white paper, but, nose first style, saggy butt horse style, mouth first
poor
style.
Art definitely evolves.
Hand mangler
and
style.
Poor art just is always poor. And there's no limit to poor art.
Sometimes it doesn't work out. Like, what did I do last week?
You didn't work out, I'll tell you that.
I didn't do nose first. I was trying to draw a hero.
Oh, yeah.
And I did like eyes first, I think. And it didn't work.
Chin first or something.
Yeah, it didn't work.
No.
I'll never do that again, that's for sure.
No, we've settled on some, tried and true poor art strategies, but the next generation, they're going to find whole new ways to porify everything. Porify? Yeah. Hashtag porify.
Is that the hashtag word?
It's a thing now, yeah. Leave a comment, hashtag porify. Porify the art. Porify sounds like something that like a face scrub would do. It purifies the pores. Gets all the black ink out of them. That's what causes blackheads, by the way. Too much poor ink in the air. You get it on your hands, you touch your face, your skin absorbs black ink from many an artist. It's quite a shame. You should show the people your picture again. They're here for poor art, not for poor artists.
Well, let me
show the people your art.
Let me just get it to a presentable.
It's never gonna be presentable.
Well, I know, but I gotta do something here. So now I added in Gen 1 in the back there. So now like what the old.
Why is there a toaster?
Yeah, that's Gen 1.
Gen 1 is a toaster?
Yeah, but it has a pen. It's holding a pen. See, it has a claw hand.
The next generation of poor artists is like when AI, like people are no more, and AI has replaced the future generation, and our toasters are making poor art.
This is like a tech demo,
what a beautiful world.
And so the first in this tech demo, the first time he made one, he just basically took a toaster, stuck a claw on it, gave it a pen.
Yeah.
Poor artist.
Arguably, toasters are very artistic. Because you put in a piece of white bread and he burns it, and then it becomes out black.
Yeah.
You have black and white. It's more artistic than most foods.
Some amount of artistry goes into it.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, people are like, "Hey, that actually kind of looks like Jesus's face or whatever."
See, I've seen ones that purposely burn pictures into it. Well, we need. I've seen these like $700-800 toasters. You can program the design.
Right.
We need ones that burn our faces into pieces of toast,
and
we can serve it at the breakfast buffet in the Two Poor Artists Hotel.
Same with like waffles and pancakes.
We can burn our faces into all kinds of food. All the white foods.
What I've always wanted to try to do is, how they do that art thing that they always make look super easy with like the pancake mix.
Oh yeah.
And they just like draw it on. And then they just put the rest of the batter on, and then they flip it over,
and it's
and it looks like it
just somehow has become a work of art.
We should try to do that with our portraits one of these days.
We should do pancake art
because it should be easy, right?
It should be, right?
You just black pancake mix.
Burn it.
No, you just get some black pancake mix.
Pancake mix. I hadn't even thought about that.
And you draw your picture, and then you just pour the rest of the pancake batter on.
Coming to our channel someday. We need a griddle first.
Here, let me title this and put my name and age.
And then I'll draw before we get back to the studio.
Next generation.
Yep. Our fan that we met today, one day is gonna.
Oh, we're already calling him a fan?
Yeah, sure. His dad woke him up from his nap and showed him our channel.
I can't write with how bumpy this is.
It'll be okay.
Okay, I will
show once again with the full title, name and age.
Very nice. The Next Generation.
This guy is like an alien. Like not drawing hair
he is an
on
alien.
a poor art, or like on a, especially because I normally like say, oh, they don't have ears because the hair covers it up. This guy just doesn't have ears.
No ears. No.
I never
ears.
draw ears.
Why is one boxy?
No, that's
one
a robot.
is smooth and the face is all one texture.
Because
and then one is a robot. Oh, they're both robots.
Yeah, no, this guy is introducing
The two.
This is the speaker,
I see now.
and the robot is the next generation.
Now that we're stopped, I can
poor
fully
art.
appreciate this.
The first generation of 4R was a toaster. The next one is like a robot with a pen finger.
I understand.
He's got a
The
pocket
joke now.
protector pen. It's like if Steve Jobs was still alive and making poor artists.
How do we know we're not robots?
Well, I mean, you can always hope.
Hope. Robots don't have hope. We do. Time for me to draw.
I think a robot would draw straight lines.
Yeah. Time for the hope to fade. Back onto the road.
Yes.
The
Now-
bumpy road.
Now with me driving, so it'll be a little bit less bumpy now.
Hey. That's only sort of true. Oh, there's the sticker. Our poor art fan gave us a Topak.
To be fair though, like I would hope I'm a better driver than you,
Hey, what is
since I'm a professional
professional bus driver? If you're
that,
not better,
that drives all day every day, like.
yeah, if they give their CDL just anybody,
And if I drive all day, like that's what I do as a job. If I'm not good at it, that would be kind of disappointing on my part. Although I guess we do art a lot.
yeah, we do.
And I mean, years. We've been doing this for years.
Oh, there he is, the beginning.
That is years of work.
Years of poor art.
Years
in
of
that.
experience. Like, it's surprising that we haven't gotten better.
Oh, 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 dear.
Those arms are
Maybe it'll make sense when you know who this is.
maybe.
Probably not.
He just has a very dislocated arm. That's who he is. He's the man with the dislocated arm.
That's definitely what I was going for. Yeah.
This is the one leg definitely behind the other leg, exactly.
Yeah, it's a poor art strategy. It's going to be taught at the Poor Art University.
Yeah, I did the strategy of not drawing the legs. They were off screen.
This person's head is exactly how I wanted it. Exactly how I wanted it. Yep. What kind of shoes do they wear in space? I don't know.
I think they just like their whole outfit is one. You know, like the shirt, like the shirt's not separate from the pants. The pants aren't separate from the shirt.
Mhm.
They're like footy pajamas.
Who is Picard always asking for tea? It's just like the computer, isn't it? Just like
Like you just-
computer.
computer.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
you know,
'cause
next generation.
They don't have help.
That's Picard.
Like they don't have like a servant.
There he is, Sir Patrick Stewart. Yeah. The next generation.
So like you're drawing Star Trek, the next generation. Yeah, there's no one. There's like I mean, there are people I guess in the Star Trek world that have like jobs, like a bartender and stuff. But I'm pretty sure they just do that for fun, because like the computer can just make anything you want.
Is Earl Grey Grey? Grey? Earl Grey?
A-Y.
Or A-Y?
I don't even know how to spell the actual color.
Earl Grey. I'm going with the G.
I remember
or the Y.
when I worked.
I mean the E.
When I worked at a school as a tech guy, one of the people's last name was Gray, and I was just like, I never knew if it was an EY or AY. I just had to hope that they didn't get offended if I spelled their name wrong.
So here we go. This is how the next generation of art is going to be made, right? You have Earl Grey and poor art. Oh, he didn't say computer. Hang on. It's like three separate breaths.
He's really out of breath. He's so excited for that poor art to come.
Yeah. I mean, how do you unwind after a long day? I'm sure some of you at home today on a Sunday afternoon, you've been to church, you've had your Sunday evening lunch, afternoon lunch, you're contemplating, oh, our art's falling. You're contemplating, what do you even do for dinner on a Sunday? I don't want to cook. Do we have any leftovers? What's, maybe I'll put it in a Stouffer's and microwave meal.
And watch some poor art.
And watch some poor art, Sip on your Earl Grey, pinkies up.
What
computer, and then in the future, the next generation will just tell their computers to do everything.
Yeah. So my question though here is the computer showing him us drawing, like bring up those old
the
videos.
Old archives, right? The two poor artists, multi
or is
DVD
it gonna collection,
or
is it gonna print out
a
piece of poor art and he's just gonna look at it
when we're on DVD one day? The two poor artists DVD collection.
Yeah.
You know how they do those cool collections that come in the shapes of things, like the Little House on the Prairie one that's in the shape of a wagon or something like that. Ours will just be like a giant pen. It'll be so many discs stacked on top of each other that it'll be like a 6 foot tall pen.
My favorite is the Monk one, because if you have all of them next to each other, they're all perfect, and then one of them is wrong.
Because he's like the perfectionist, the ADD kind of thing. So it says OCD. Sorry, you're right. But it has Monk in the same spot on every DVD until the last season. It's in the bottom.
Right, and it's just just to be annoying to people that are like Monk. Yeah, we would definitely need to do something like that. Have we could have it do our banner. You know how we have the pen, and then the quote from Bob Ross. We could have that be our banner. Could be
that'd be great.
The collection.
Here, I'll draw the DVD here. I'll show you what we're at so far. Right. So there's the next generation, the captain, asking his computer for poor art, and it is just initiating the self-destruct sequence. as because every movie with AI in the future is always we're doing what's best for humanity. It's always destroying humanity is best for humanity. That's just unrealistic. Really it's gonna purge us from the universe.
I expect a robot to show up one day and be
I've been sent from the future to stop
you're the worst.
Once
your art ruins the future.
The two poor artists hotel empire really just brought things down is the world,
the quality of life is lessened considerably.
But people are still gonna watch us because we're cute.
So is that why? We don't even show our face most of the time.
No, we don't.
I mean, it's kind of weird that we're
doing it so obvious. But this is the thing. We weren't planning on doing this. We were planning on being in the studio, normal Sunday. Yeah. But when something as amazing as what happened today happens, we just have to go out of the studio. So this won't happen as often as it's been happening lately.
No, you might think, oh, now they've done it once, or
we're not vloggers. We're not vloggers.
No, we hate that.
We don't like ourselves when we vlog.
We didn't even enjoy this.
No, well, I mean, I kind of.
Isaac a little bit enjoyed this. I was like, Isaac said we have to go do this, and I was like, oh.
You put on the beret just like I did.
Put it on.
One
for the fans.
One head at a time.
But I'm suffering for the fans.
We are suffering for the fans. That's what we think. It's because we love our fans. All right. What else is going? Oh, I was going to draw the DVD collection.
Yes.
In the corner.
So Picard has this collection.
Oh, what is
in
this?
The future?
This pen.
Is that a corner?
That's a pen.
Oh.
I think.
How? Why?
It's a ballpoint pen.
Is it standing up?
Yeah, it's big. That? It's layered of DVDs.
But like, and it's standing on a stick?
It has a kickstand. Everybody knows that DVD collections have kickstands.
So like, this is like a cardboard, like...
I think of it being like one of those metal tins, you know?
Why are the DVD cases getting bigger?
Some seasons have more content.
So it's like those ones have like 2 or 3 CDs.
Has nothing to do with the road being bumpy and me not drawing consistent lines.
So like, I'm not talking about the thickness. I'm talking about like at the top. They're considerably shorter.
It's a perspective thing. It's leaning backwards. You can see the perspective. It's fatter on the bottom and skinnier on the top due to perspective.
Okay.
You know, that's how perspective works, children.
Yeah. It's like real eating. It is real long.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the next generation, right? 2 poor artists.
Yeah, like I mean, by the time Picard exists, like how many?
He's being like beamed down onto the. How do you draw a beam? It's like a circle, right? It's beamed.
It's like a light. They kind of just like they usually just kind of like glow and then disappear.
Yeah, he's glowing. He's not
he's not
on fire. That's glowing. That's glowing. The next generation will be watching the 2 poor artists on DVD. You know.
So, but like by the time Picard exists, we're gonna have like a lot of episodes.
Yeah, we will.
Like because we're gonna do this for the rest of our life. Then we're probably gonna have protege that then take over.
We're gonna inspire, starting with the fan whose art we bought today.
Like one day, we might even have to change our name.
Did you just write next generation?
Yeah. Because like, you know, right now we're the 2 poor artists. But like one day we might be, you know, the 20 poor artists or whatever.
Well, it'll be like the 2 poor artists present, you know, the conglomerate of our poor artists.
Right.
We'll always be the 2 poor artists.
Yeah,
we're
like
not
the 2 of us are the 2
But like the 2 poor artists art empire will be vast.
Yeah.
Spreading to every country and every continent. That's less than countries, but you know, it sounds impressive to me. You know, we'll have artists at every corner of the globe. They'll be drawing penguins in Antarctica, one of the best animals for poor artists. You know, zebras in Africa, skunks in North America.
I said Madagascar as if that's where zebras are. They're just in the movie.
I mean, there might be
Madagascar.
There might be a zebra there.
I mean, there is. It was in the movie.
Yeah, it was in the movie.
I like how
the art has fallen upon my lap.
Like Madagascar, you know how they had like 3 Madagascar movies.
There only 3?
The Penguins of Madagascar TV show. But it's like they only went to Madagascar in the first movie.
Yeah, I know.
Like it wasn't about Madagascar.
That's the thing with empires, you know. All right, there it is. The next generation. Picard will be watching us, sipping his Earl Grey tea. Our DVD collection will be complete. You know. Picard will probably be staying in one of our hotels, you know, on some distant planet.
Distant planet, future hotels.
Like it'll be a thing. You know? Like we'll be
unless
like the
the
Hilton
robots
of the future.
stop us.
Unless the robots stop us, you know, which hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, no.
You know, if time travel like existed, I assume that they would have come back to stop us by this point.
Yeah, so like time travel probably won't ever exist.
No, but AI does exist.
Because we would have been stopped.
And it's learning about us, you know, because we put content
we're constantly
into
training,
the realm of AI.
We're constantly training the AI.
It'll look at one of our vlogs, and it'll just be like, they gotta go.
Yeah, as soon as I have the power.
Yeah, as soon as there are AI plans happening today, you know, to rid the world of our poor art.
They're
which is really
trying to take over robot factories and gun factories.
Yeah. They're trying
to stop us,
but they're not going to.
No,
that's how it works. Well, we're back at the studio, and we have our poor art in hand. Time to go frame our newfound wonders, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.